What's your name?
Henry.
Henry from where?
From Oka.
From Oka. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21 years. How many years have you done this homosexual?
When I was small.
Started doing the homosexual. Do you know the implication of what you are doing?
So tell us about your whole Kito experience. Tell us the day it happened. Tell us how it happened. So how did you fall into the hands of Kitos?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm Henry David from Anambra State, Nigeria. So it was ending of July. I can't remember the date. A friend of mine, we've been chatting for long, even video call, we've been chatting and so on, and he did invite me, which I declined. So on that very day, I decided to go and see him, not knowing his age. So
And where did you meet this friend of yours? Through Facebook, through Instagram? How did you meet this friend? I know it's online, but which of the online platforms?
through Bado,
Through Bado. Go on.
so that very day, I decided to go and see. I stay in Oka, while he stays in Yala, Anambra State. So on reaching there, I called him out to come and pick me. So he came out and picked me. It was a hotel actually, because that's where he told me to stop. So I stopped there, he came and picked me. So we went into the hotel. He asked the barman to get me drink, one for me and one for him. So when we get to the room, we sat down on the bed. He told me to start, that I should take my drink. I told him that I don't want to take the drink now because I was observing the hotel room, not knowing that the hotel room is like a room and a parlor.
So the hotel room is a room and a parlor, right?
And the door that leads to the parlor at the wardrobe side. So I didn't know there is a door there. I thought that is a wardrobe. So she said I should open my drink and start drinking. I said no problem. That I will soon start drinking. So at the time he started touching me like somebody you went to be supposed to have conversation on the first, like conversation before anything. But no, nothing like that. Just start talking. I was not comfortable with that. I told him he should calm down. He refused. He said it's funny and all that. At the time I gave up. So started removing his clothes. I started removing my because I didn't remove my hand. Started removing my. So on the bed at the time some boys from the other room barged into the room. And I was surprised. And that's how they started beating me, collected my valuables. And that second boy, they did video with me. They actually killed me a day before I came. So that boy, I don't know him from anywhere. That boy, I don't know him from anywhere. So actually, the person asking me that question in that video was the person that invited me.
What's your name?
Henry.
Henry from where?
From Oka.
From Oka. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21 years. How many years have you done this homosexual?
When I was small.
Started doing the homosexual. Do you know the implication of what you are doing? You don't know. How many years have you done this homosexual? 2 years. Do you know the implication of what you are doing? You don't know the implication. They go born now. For this way, we know the tolerate such. They fuck woman, bro. If you fuck woman, man go fuck you. They answer me now. So for your nyach now, they fuck you. Make I see that nyach where they fuck you. Count me your nyach, make I see. Open am well.
Go back.
Stand up.
Open am.
Oh, you can't name him here.
Open
In your memory? Who will pay what tap for even?
Open your contact. Bend down like
Bend down. Open up well.
kitchen door or something. Open your eyes very well this guy. See him. See.
So immediately those boys burst into the room. He wore his cloth. Then asked the other boy that the Kito to come and sit beside me and hold me. So that boy was the boy they Kito they or actually they Kito every day. That's what I found out. They Kito both male and female, not only male. They Kito male and female. That boy they did Kito both of us. I don't know him from anywhere. He was Kito to see why.
And how did you get released? How did you get out from their hands?
Okay. Um, after the video, anybody that calls me at that moment, they, they, they tell the person to go your WhatsApp. I'm going to send you a video. Then when they send that video to the person, they will tell the person that I did an abomination and it needs to be cleared in the community that the abomination is against the community that it needs to be cleared. So they sent a list of some things to buy to be not actually one person, different people. And they asked me if I have relations that can bring some ransom for them to do that. But I know it's money they need, money and valuables, although they have already collected my valuables already. So I know it's money they need. So at the time they started negotiating with my friends, they called my family. They called my family and told my family that I did an abortion. I was doing home. So they should pay money for the cleansing unless they will burn me alive. So my family was calling. At the time they stopped calling. And my friends were the ones now negotiating those people. So at the time they started negotiating, they even got down below up to 10,000 naira. To show you that those people are only after money. They took my necklace, my watch, my palms, and my phone. They even want to take my clothes. It was one of them that said they should take my clothes. They bought me battery slippers, that toilet slippers to go home with. So when they see that, because when they were negotiating with my friends, and my friends were not like ready to bring out any money, less if they see the case is serious, they will just pay like 6,000, 50,000. So in the morning of the next day, when they see that there's no money coming, so they decided to release. That's how I got out. But my friends, nobody sent any money to them. I got out, nobody sent any money, but they took my value.
I'm so sorry to hear what happened to you. It's it's appalling that such criminals could do whatever they like to queer people and get away with it. But after the whole video circulated and it went viral, how have you been able to cope with the aftermaths? How have you been able to cope with what happened to you? Have people reached out to you to say this happened to you? How can we help? Have any NGO reached out to you? Have you gotten any kind of help at all after your incident with these ketos and setup?
Nothing like that. Like nothing. Not that it really has not been easy. Even till now, sef, I'm still getting over it. I'm still getting over it. Really not been easy. I almost committed suicide, to be honest with you. When I came back, I, I refused to open door for myself. Thank God for my one of my friends that came for me. If not, I'll not be alive. Because when I came back, I locked myself inside my room. I refused to open door for anybody. Like two of my friends came and knocked, told them to go that I don't want to see anybody. It was actually that one that said he's going to break my door if I did not open it. So I had no option to open it. Then he stayed with me for a week and almost 2 weeks to make sure I'm good. It has not been easy and nobody. I thank God I went back to work. Nobody like my work did not know about it. Did not get it. Really has not been easy. Really has not been. Not, like everything, I almost gave up that time. But thank God, I'm okay.
As you guys can hear it from our community, it's a whole lot. One thing we need to realize is that ketos are winning. I hate to say this, but they are honestly winning when it comes to perpetuating acts, when it comes to making victims of our community, when it comes to putting our community into mental depression. They are winning, and it seems like nobody is talking about the ketos and the setup happening in our community. As you guys can hear it, victims and survivors have not received anything from NGOs. NGOs are not even reaching out to community members who have been victimized by this set of hooligans. It's time for us to begin to do what is right. It's time for us to begin to commit to our community. That is why when I say let's build our community, let's donate, let's apprehend these people, it seems like we're just making a whole lot of noise. But I think this is a time for action, and this is a time for change. Thank you so much, Henry, for coming on the show. Thanks for granting this interview to Kiwi Talk. I don't want to keep this interview long, but what's your last word to anybody who is going through what you've gone through, or who is also on the internet searching for love? Because we know the whole way this whole thing escalates is most people are searching for love, most people are searching for sex, most people are just searching for someone to connect with online, and they fall into the hands of ketos and setups. So what's your last word to anybody who is going through what you've gone through, and to the community, before we wrap up?
Okay, my last word to every community member. It's unfortunate to find ourselves in this and we didn't just decide. But my advice to everyone, like at a time, because of what happened to me, it made me not just trust anybody. It made me like it made me feel that everybody I meet online is a suspect. No, not that at the time I realized it's not that way. So my advice before you go visit anybody, it was actually a mistake my own. I didn't ask anybody, do you know this person? Before you go meet anybody, or how would I put it? Before you go meet anybody, try to confirm from your friends. Like when you ask like about one, two, three, four, five friends, and they say they don't know this person, forget about the person. For me, forget about the person. Unless you make the real inquiry and confirm the person is you. And secondly, mm, that is what I have. That's
Can I just ask you one last question before you go? This just came into my mind. Are you able to recognize this person who set you up? Are you able, do you still have their accounts, and are you still open, willing and open to work with any NGO that reach out to you to say, we want to find this person that Kito told you, we want to apprehend these criminals? Are you willing, or do you have evidence of this whole um, situation? Do you have text messages? Do you have the chat you had with this person? Can you remember the locations of where you were set up? Do you have these details? Details.
okay. The only thing I can remember is the location, the particular hotel. Actually, the staff in the hotel knows what's going on, and I'm not surprised if the owner of the hotel staff knows what is going on. So the staff there, I know the location according to the person. I know the location. I know the particular location. Yeah, and I'm ready to work with anybody. But I think it has been long now. If they will still be in that same location.
You never can tell. That may be their setup location. Who knows? Maybe that's the location they've been using, like you said from your story, from your encounter. You met someone who they killed a day ago. So it could be, excuse me, it could be an operation that's going on often. So anyways, let's call it up, let's wrap it up for today. Thank you, Henry, for being with us here on Q Talk. You guys know our GoFundMe is still up and ready. Please let's contribute to the community growth investment and also to our well-being. Most of our survivors need mental checkup, they need health, they need food, they need shelter. Some of them need places just to restart from where, these criminals have stolen from them. And they can only start with us by us helping out. And as you guys can hear, most of them also need ransoms to be paid. Imagine in this situation, nobody was willing to pay Henry's ransom. But thank God he was released. But we cannot all depend on prayers and God. Sometimes we need action, and we can't have action without money. And we need money from our community. And I remain Chimerize Henry Ahonaya, and you have been listening to Breaking News Wahala Canada. Peace out.